Assalamu alaikum. How are you guys? Hope you all are fine. It's me Asma and welcome to Graphic Tees. So it's our ninth class of Adobe Illustrator and today we'll learn our Pathfinders. So it's pretty easy and these are like shape builder tool. Let me clear that how can we use our shape builder tool. So let's get started. First of all, for example, I'm going to create a circle here. Don't forget to press your shift button and just take a copy of it. It's set to default and now I'm going to select them both with the help of my selection tool, and now I'm going to select my shape builder tool here. Okay, so you can see if we go to any object you can see a plus sign by default. So if for example if I click on this one, so nothing happens. But if I drag it from here you can see a red outline here. So these two shapes are one. These are not two different shapes, these are one shape. So okay, if I press undo and now I'm going to select them both again and select my shape builder tool and press alt, so you can see my plus sign is converted into the minus sign. So for example if I drag like this, so my whole shape is gone, it disappeared. So the point is if you press alt, so the shape would be minus. Okay, and but if you don't press anything it would be plus sign for by default. Okay, so for example I want to join these two shapes. These two are same shape but I want them. So if I drag it from here, so these two are one shape. So it's pretty easy. Now we're going to understand that what are pathfinders. But before I explain you what are pathfinders, there are some more things you have to learn, and it's very important. But it's very easy too. So let's see our alignments. So you can see your panels here. So this icon is pathfinders. You can see your panel here. Okay, so this is the panel of pathfinders and this panel is alignments. If you cannot see it here, just go to window and see here pathfinders. So if I click on my pathfinder, we can see it's here. So now let's understand that what are our alignments. It's pretty easy. Hope you will understand it soon. If you use your Microsoft PowerPoint or MS Word, it's very easy. You can see so many alignments here too. So it's like that. Okay, so for example I'm going to create so many circles here. Okay, so now I'm going to select them all by pressing Ctrl A. So these all are selected. If you want you can change the size of them. Now these are my alignments. Can So this alignment is alignment. So all the my objects are aligned to my left side. Okay, and this alignment is center alignment. So my all circles are aligned to center. And if I click this alignment, it's right alignment, so my all circles are aligned into right side. So if you type in our type tool, there are also alignments. You can also align your text into justify and right alignment, left alignment. In English we usually set to left alignment, and if we type Urdu we set it to our right alignment. And if we write a story or a passage, so we select our justify alignment. So I'm going to press my Control Z key for undo. Now I'm going to select them all For example, if I click here, so you can see a blue outline in this circle, because I don't want this circle to be moved. I want, because if when I aligned it to center, all circles were moved, including this one. So I don't want this circle to be moved, so just click in this circle again, so you can see this blue outline here. So it's my master object. So in group, if we click on any object we don't want to move, or we don't want the effect to be applied on one, so we can always click here. So for example, if I align it to center too, so you can see this is not changed. Okay, it's at the place it was before. Now I'm going to delete it. So it was very simple. Okay, now another thing, if I want a circle into circle into circle, okay, and I'm going to create a copy of it, but some smaller than before. So I think that's right. Now take another copy of it and make it smaller. So these three are right. Now I'm going to master this object and now align it. Okay, so this circle was beside this one, but this circle was downside, so it's not aligned in the center. I want this circle to be in center. So you can see this alignment here. If I click it, so it's here in the center, like its icon you can see that it's at the center. Okay, now if I click this alignment, so all the circles are upside, and if I click this one, it's at the downside. So it's pretty easy and it's simple. So I'll explain these later. Now I'm going to Pathfinders. So where's the icon are Pathfinders? There are Pathfinders. Now, hope you all understand it. It's pretty easy and it's very useful too. I'm going to take a copy of it. So you can see two strokes here. If I don't select it, you can see two strokes here. One stroke is for this and the another one is this one. If I select this, you can see this one. This one is called unite. So you, if you know the meaning of unite, merge type of, I'm going to merge them. Okay, so if I click this one, so you can see a single outline here, because these are two merge, these are not two different shapes, these are single. So you can also do it in group, but if I create a group of them, for example, if I press Ctrl G for group, so it's moving together. But if I use my direct selection tool and select this one, so I can move it easily. So but in unite we cannot move it. Okay, so now I'm going to unite it. So if I even fill a color in it, so it's the same color. Okay, and just press Ctrl Z. Okay, now I'm selecting the code. If I press Alt and click on this icon, so you can see a single outline now here, but you can always move this circle with the help of direct selection tool. For example, if I click this circle, so you can change the shape mode here. Oh, for example, let me do this. So if you press Alt, so you can always move your object. So if I place it to center, so it disappeared. And if I click here, so it's pretty easy, but make sure that your circle should intersect. Okay, so if it's clear to you. Okay, another thing, if it's right, you are satisfied that this shape is done or it's perfect, just click here at expand. so you cannot change your shape anymore. So these options usually uses when you are not satisfied that if something went wrong, so it's for that time. So hope it's clear to you. Now we'll go to the next one. Next one is minus front. So for example, my this layer is at front, and for example, if we want to create a moon here, so let's set it here. So it's a very casual. So this one layer is my front, and this is the back. So if I click at this one, so my front is deleted, only this layer at my back is left. So I can also fill the color in it, and I can also check the stroke at none. So the same thing will happen here. So if I press alt, okay, so it's disappeared, but we can always change this circle with the help of our direct selection tool, because it can see if we select it with the selection tool or direct selection tool, you can see a outline here. So we can always change it. So it's a crescent here. Now just we are going to undo this, and you can always expand your object here. Now the another one is intersect. We all study sixth class. There is a chapter named sets. We create a Venn diagram in it. So in Venn diagram, we intersect two circle and write the numbers in it. So it's very easy. In Illustrator, we have to do so many measurements and calculations, because if we don't, our work could be destroyed. Okay. Now I'm going to select them both and click at intersect. So you can see my shape at middle, which is intersecting them both. It's left, and the both sides of my shape is deleted. We can do the same thing in shape builder tool if it's easy to you. Okay, so it's pretty easy. Hope you will understand. And the same thing will happen here if I press alt, and you can always change your shape. Okay, now the another one is the reflection of intersect, because for example in intersect only this part will left, and if I click this one, so only these objects were left. You can always ungroup it to see what happened. So this was happened to your shape. Now I'm going to select them all and just do another thing. So we have this option, it's divide. So if I click on that, you can see a outline here. It was not before, it's after I clicked divide. If I undo my actions and click to this one, so it's divided. So if I ungroup it from here, and you can also press Ctrl Shift G. Okay, so if I move this one and this one and this one, so these are divided. You can also check it with the help of line tool. So it's very weird. Okay, but I want to explain you very easily, so it's good. Now I'm going to press Ctrl Shift G because I want to ungroup them. So you can see it's like Caesar. Okay, now I'm going to delete them all. Okay, make sure if you cut your circle or your any object, just take it on stroke. Okay, check your fill at none. For example, if I create a path with the help of pen tool, it's very awful. Okay, it's rough. And if I check the fill and color it red, okay. Now if I uh, divide them, let's see what happens. You can see path here and here and here and here. So it also divide the fill we created from our pen tool. So make sure to check the fill at none. Now I'm going to select them both and place it here. Now if it's clear to you, let's come to our another topic. So the another tool is trim. So it's pretty easy. Hope you understand. Now if I click in this one, so just set it default. So you can see now I'm going to ungroup them. Let's see what happens. It cutted my back area from my front area. So it's pretty easy. So now the another tool is merge. If I click to this, you can see the same thing happened in unite. Okay, so it's pretty simple and it's just like unite. Okay, but interesting thing is that if we change the colors of our shape, for example this one's red and this one green. Okay, make sure that your color should be same, because if your colors are not same, let's see what happens. If your colors are not same, just click it. You can see it's unite, but if I ungroup them, you can see the same thing happen in our trim. So it's pretty easy, but it's the mashup of unite and trim, you can say. So if it's clear to you, let's come to our another topic, which is crop. It's just like this one. You can see the icons are same. So sorry. You can see the extra area here. It cut it this area, but we can also see the extra area here. And if you don't want to extra area, I don't think that it's too useful. You just can go to this one. If I click to my outline and change the color of my outline, you can see a very rough outline here. These are here. And if I click this one, so this was this object. This was minus front. Means that your front is being minus or subtract. But in this one, our back is going to subtract. Now I'm just going to delete them. For example, if we create a marquee here and just select my direct selection tool, make it smaller and select this and this, and make it a little bit curved. Select these 2 points and okay, that's right. We usually make groups in Messenger and WhatsApp, so it's just like that. Now I'm going to select it. For example, I'm going to give a color to it. For example, this one's right. Now I'm going to make a circle here. Okay, let's, if you want, you can align it. And now I want them to be in center, so it aligns. So it's here at my panels. Okay, for example, I'm going to increase the stroke here. Where is my stroke panel? Here is it. For example, that's right. So if I resize it or transform it, for example, if I make it smaller, so you can see my stroke is becoming bolder. Let's take a copy of it so you can understand it easily. So if I make it smaller and compare with it, you can see its stroke is bolder than this one. And for example, if I resize it to big one, you can see my stroke is more thinner than this one. So the point is, if you change your object size, your stroke size will not change. It would be the size it was before. Okay, so here's a solution of this thing. Just go to edit and select preferences. Okay, and search general. Okay, the shortcut key is control K. So you can see a panel here, and you can see here's written scale, strokes and effects. So just check it, and if I press OK and transform it, so you can see the size is increasing. And if I create make it smaller, so the size is being decreased too. Okay, so but it's not the permanent solution, because the solution will be in your PC. It will not go anywhere, because if you send this your AI file to anyone or anybody else, so if he or she drag it and make it bigger or make it smaller, so his or her file, his or her stroke will be not changed. So the permanent solution is that but before I'm going to undo my changes, that what I did here, preferences, journal, and illustrators give you, do not give you this jag by default, so I prefer you not do that. Now I'm going to select them, and so don't add strokes in your logo or anything you create for your client. Now I'm going to create this stroke in fill. Okay, I'm going to change the stroke in fill. Oh, how can we do that? Just select your object with strokes. Now go to object and expand. Okay, we can expand it from here. So it will ask you that what do we want to expand, fill or stroke. So I don't want fill to be expanded, I want strokes to be expanded. So I will don't check this fill and just press OK. So your stroke is now a fill. So if I take a copy of this one, but I think that head is too closer to this one. Okay, that's right. Now I'm going to take a copy of this one and set it here, and it's too small, just make it bigger. Okay, that's right. In okay, now take a copy of it and set it to my left side. Okay, now I'm going to select this one, plus this one and this one, and now I'm going to arrange send to back, so it hides. Now see what happens. I'm going to select this, this and this. Or Okay, that's right. Now I want this outline to be disappeared. I want these strokes to be deleted. So now our merge is going to be very helpful here. Now I'm going to my Pathfinders. So there's my Pathfinder. And now I'm going to merge them. So you can see my all black is merged. So now I'm going to select them and just select your magic wand tool here and just click in this black object. So what does the magic wand tool do? It simply select the same colors in our canvas or our artboard. So if I delete it, so you can see my strokes are deleted, but you can see some edges here. These are disturbing me, so just I'm going to make it ungroup and delete these edges here. Okay, that's right. And our icon is ready. I'm going to place it here. If you want, you can also add some gradients in it. Just make it smaller. And I think that the hairs are to one side. Now I'm going to place it here. Now I'm going to select them all and add some gradients in it. Now I'm going to change the colors. That's much better. Okay, now just set it to up to down, and that's perfect and it's ready. Now I'm going to group them and set aside. So let's create some many interesting things here. So for example, I'm going to create a circle here and another circle or inside. Okay, just set it to default and this one too. Now I'm going to align them in the center, and I think this is too big. I'm going to make it smaller. Okay, now create an oval here. Okay, that's right. Now just take your rotate tool. I hope it's clear to you in the class. That's right. Just take a copy of it. Just change the angle of this one. It's rough. Okay, go to Pathfinders, and now I'm going to minus the front. So it's ready. It's like a settings icon in our phone or in our computer. If we want, we can also add some gradient in it. So it's usually colored in black. We're going to do the same thing here. Just go to swatches and select the gray color in it, and it should be dark. Mm, let's set it to more lighter, and this. Okay, now select the radial gradient if you want. Okay, I want these edges to be curved, so I'm going to select all the corners here. So my all corners are selected, and now curve it very lightly. It's too much, just a little bit. Okay, so our another icon is ready. Okay, now I'm going to create a very interesting logo, or you can say. Okay, just create a circle here and just take your pen tool. Uh, okay, So now fill the color in it. I don't think that's right. Like your direct selection tool, this point, and now that's better. And unite them. Okay, can you guess the icon? Yeah, it's WhatsApp. Now I'm going to create the stroke at white and add a gradient in it, and it should be radial. It's light green to dark green. Yeah, that color is perfect. Now I should increase the stroke of mine. Okay, it's inside. I'm going to create it outside. I think 17 point is good. It's selected to inside. I'm going to create it outside. Okay, so it's outside. Now what should we do? We have to add some drop shadow here because the white stroke is disappeared, you can say. So just go to stylize and drop shadow. I think the stroke is too much. Don't you guys think? That's better. We'll change the background later. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so our background is ready. Now we're going to create our call icon. So just create an oval here. Okay, that's right. Now what do we have to do? We just have to choose our pen tool and shift, and if you want you can do like this or this, but I think straight is right. Okay, we can always adjust it. If you want you can change the colors to see the difference. Okay. mm, yeah, but at this side, and it's okay. Now select them both and go to Pathfinders and select this one. Okay, now I'm going to rotate it like this and select the direct selection tool. Select this point and this point. Now I'm going to curve them both. Oops, that's too much. Okay, that's right. And just curve this plus this and this little bit. For now. That's right. Now we'll group them all and set it at the side. Now let's create another icon here. So the copy is here. Now I'm going to select them and make a group again. Now I'm going to set the stroke at none. Now I'm going to set the gradient here. Okay, I want this gradient, linear gradient. So what the combination is messenger have? Oh, it's just that's much better. Now I'm going to create this sign inside this icon. So what sign that messenger have? So I'm simply going to do nothing, just select my pen tool and create triangle like this. Okay, now fill the white in it and turn off the strokes. Okay, and now take a copy of it. It forgot. Okay, now I'm going to create a marquee here. Not too big, just a small one. I think that's right. So every corner is perfect here. Now I'm going to unite them and take direct selection tool, so you can see an option here too. Okay, just a little bit curved. I think that we shouldn't have curved this thing, but it's okay, no problem. So I'm going to adjust it and make a group. Okay, so hope you liked the class. If the class was helpful to you, just give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Allah Hafiz, thanks for watching.